Hello, somebody. It's Coach O from the Boys and Girls Clubs, missing you. Man, it's been 4 weeks since we last went to school and came to the club. Man, time is moving so slow. But hey, it is what it is. The very best thing happened to you today is you woke up. That's what they call the present, the gift of the day. So I really want to read today. You know what I say about reading? It stretches your word, your vocabulary. It broadens your horizon. It develops your imagination. And it's in that same area that we talk about all the time, developing your gift, pouring water on your plant so that you can be and become who you want to become later in life as you journey through life. That makes sense? Okay, well, today we're going to read a story about a kid that lives in New York City. And New York City is going through pretty tough times right now. They have 8 million people that live in the city of New York. Everything goes straight up. They call it the concrete jungle because there's so many apartment buildings. And saying that, their way of travel is through a subway. Have you ever rode a subway before? It goes under the ground to get you to your destination. There's so many places in New York. New York is so big. So let's enjoy this story called Uptown by Brian Collier. And it doesn't give a young man's name, but it takes a journey. And I want you to take the journey with me. Uptown by Brian Collier. Uptown is a caterpillar. Caterpillar. Well, it's really the Metro North train as it eases over the Harlem River. See the subway? When have you ever ridden the subway? Maybe one day you will. You never know where your journey's going to take you in life. Let's turn the page and see where he's going. Uptown is a chicken and waffles served around the clock. Chicken and waffles. Never had it, but oh my goodness. At first, it seemed like a weird combination, but it works for the young man. Chickens and waffle. Let's turn the page and see where we're going next. Uptown is a row of brownstones. I like the way they come together. We look at them down the block, they look like they're made of chocolate. Now, brownstones are in apartment buildings where people live. Pretty much the same. They all look the same, different addresses. It's a long block of them. Brownstones, we call them brownstones. Let's turn the page. Uptown is weekend shopping on 125th Street. The vibe is always jumping as people bounce to their own rhythms. You ever been downtown Grand Rapids to a music festival? You got so much excitement around and people dancing and having a great time. Well, we're in New York now, so let's turn the page and see where he's going to take us. Uptown is a stage. The Apollo Theater has showcased the greatest entertainers in the world. I hope we can get good eats. The Apollo Theater is a historical theater. A lot of the stars that you see on TV now and from the past, and even in the future, will go through those doors. Let's turn the page and see where it takes us next. Uptown is jazz. My grandfather says jazz and Harlem are a perfect match, just like chickens and waffles. Wow, jazz music, love jazz. I love music. Let's turn the page and see where we're going. Uptown is a barber shop. It's a place where last night's ball game can be more important than what style haircut you want. You ever been in a barbershop where men are just talking about the games, the sports, the community? They have barbershops in New York too. Look at there. Let's turn the page. Uptown is a Van der Zee photograph, a very famous photographer. I saw a picture from before my dad was even born, a picture of my grandparents' wedding day. Wow. It's a gallery of pictures. Look at that. Let's turn the page. Uptown is summer basketball at the Rutgers. Summer basketball at the Rutgers. It's a famous basketball court where all the NBA players from New York, from all over the country, they play all summer long. Uptown is summer basketball at the Rutgers. Anyone can rise up and be a superstar for a day. Let's turn the page, see where we end up. Uptown is little sisters. They're on their way to church in matching yellow dresses. Look at that. On their way to church. Let's turn the page and see where we end up at. Uptown is the orange sunset over the Hudson River, similar to our Grand River downtown Grand Rapids. Uptown is a song sung by the Boys Choir of Harlem, a very famous boys choir. Has been in existence for a long time. Each note floats through the air and lands like a butterfly. You ever been part of a choir? You go to church on Sunday, any place like that where you see a boys choir? Well, they have a very famous one in New York. New York has a lot of famous places to visit. Maybe we'll go one day. Let's turn the page. Uptown is Harlem. Harlem world, my world. And that takes us through the book as the young man rides the subway and visits various different spots. So let's compare now. Do we have a subway in Grand Rapids? No, but we have a bus transportation if you need to get downtown. You visit different places. So you think about your imagination. You close your eyes, say, wow, have you ever seen it on TV, that big city with them tall buildings? That's New York. Do you know New York is on an island after all? 8 million people, Statue of Liberty on an island. Who would ever figure? Well, that's my book for today. No, it's not long. Don't want to keep you long, but just want to remind you in these times, pick up a book. This is about you developing your gift and your imagination. And you can go anywhere you want to. You put your mind to it. And reading will unlock any door that you want to walk through with your knowledge. Remember, it's not where you come from, it's where you're going. And the more you do it, the better you get at anything you want to do in life. This is Coach O signing off. I'll be back next week to talk to you. Read a book. Love you. Take care.